Well, that was a fail. I tried to roll in here. The floors are kind of like tiles, so bad traction. All right, not the intro I wanted, but the one you guys got. What's up? You ready for another movie review? Because I am. All right, cool. Check it out, guys. So I got one that kind of went under the radar. I think either I discovered it myself or someone told me. And then I told someone else. Whatever. This one definitely needs to be watched. I think it's cool. I don't know. I've been seeing 3 stars floating around from like the review sites, IMDb, what have you. I think they're crazy. This is not only true to life, because this can happen. Road rage, I'm talking about, cutting someone off in traffic and then following you, and not just scaring you, but probably running you off the road and killing you. So this movie is called Unhinged, starring the great Russell Crowe, and yeah, Gladiator Russell Crowe. He's a little more reformed now, and he's taking not so crazy roles, but this one's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen him in a movie like this before. No, I think this might be a first. He's not going the Nicolas Cage route, that's for sure, but this definitely stands out, taking his body of work. So yeah, Unhinged came out 2020, so it's not that old, and it was directed by Derek Borte. But that director, doesn't really kind of ring any bells to me. I looked him up. The Joneses, I think he did, and a bunch of other movies. But I liked his direction in this, and I mean, like I said, it was one of those movies I happened to catch on Prime, and I think it's still there. You don't have to pay for it. I think if you have Prime, you could watch it. But anyway, wow, what a roller coaster ride of a movie. I miss movies like this. Kind of, I don't want to say stalk and slash. That's not. It's far from a horror movie. I want to say a high-edged thriller, a dark thriller maybe, not too dark, but like a what-if scenario. So right off the bat, Russell Crowe plays the man, because I don't believe he has a name in this actually, but he's a force to be reckoned with. Think of him as just like a storm, an unnamed storm going through your town, just destroying shit. That's what he is. Very unhinged. The first shot we got of him is playing around with his wedding ring. Looks like he's very upset. So right off the bat, looks like he's got marital issues, and he takes it out on this elderly couple that we finally see. He does like a whole home invasion and incinerates them. We don't see it, but he, kills this old couple and burns down the houses, which I'm assuming might have done him wrong somehow, but like in a casual way. Because remember, Russell Crowe in this movie is very unhinged, just like the title says. So something must have, that they did, that they didn't realize, ticked Russell Crowe's character off, and that's their fate. So he gets away scot-free, actually. In fact, it's unbelievable the amount of carnage this guy gets away with is insane. That's the only nitpick I have with this movie. Like, this wouldn't happen in real life, but, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Depending on today's world, who knows? So then you enter Rachel, and she's like a single mom type, and just trying to get her stuff together, get her kids to school on time, which is not working out. She's stressed out with that, and just trying to, like I said, get her shit together, and it shows, She's played by Karen Pistorius, but yeah, does a fantastic job playing the part, and just as luck or unlucky as it turns out, she comes across, the man, Russell Crowe here, who's just kind of like frozen. Like, you ever see people when you're behind them and the light goes green and they don't go right away, so you give them, bam, bam, Well, she's late. She has to bring her kid to school, or else he'll get attention or expelled or some weird stuff they do, if you're not on time for school. So she's rushing through traffic, blowing lights, gets behind him, he doesn't move right away, beeps the horn, flips him off, curses at him, whatever, and he follows her. Now, right off the bat, this isn't quite a threat at first. But, her kid starts to realize, hey, Mom, this dude's following us. And she thinks nothing of it. and he starts talking to her, and she's like, "Oh my god, this guy's a psychopath." But once again, no real threat there, until he just does some like Grand Theft Auto stuff. Same thing with like her blowing lights, nearly running her off the road, cutting her off. And you think, okay, that's it. You want to prove a point. It doesn't end there. I mean, he goes as far as stalking her to like a gas station or what have you, wherever she parks her car at, pretty much. Steals her phone. Now he knows. Now he's in contact with her family, and setting up meetings. Where she's setting up meetings that she's not aware of, that he knows it too, and he'll just like come across people that she's looking for some defense here, and he just decimates her friends, her family, sets people on fire. It's really a rough kind of movie, and like I said, in a gory sense, but like this poor girl is like helpless in the first half, but then she starts getting her wits. She's like, listen, it's either him or me. I mean, yeah, the law does step in, but it's really kind of few and far between. I don't feel like they make much of an impact, which is surprising, because in real life the law would be all over this guy. They would have helicopters, this and that, and somehow he manages to ditch them. I don't know, I guess for sake of movie, and it actually kind of reminds me of very little with the plot, but there was a runaway car, and it was a really short budget, I guess you call it a horror movie. I think it was called The Car, actually, and it was trying to kill this dude and run him off the road. There was no one in the car. The car was like haunted, I think, and it pursued him relentlessly. So this movie's like that. Unhinged is Russell Crowe at his fiercest, I think. It's no Gladiator. It's not going to win any awards, I'm sure. Maybe it did. I don't know. But the fact that, I mean, like I said, besides word of mouth, I don't think too many people know about the movie, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's one of those kind of, if we still had video stores, it would probably be like direct to DVD. Maybe it did play in the theaters. I'm not aware of it. But for what it is, I think it was great. I think the scenario could totally play out. People are very, very hot-headed today. That's the truth. Look around you. You don't even have to be driving. You could be in your Uber or your bus, Sometimes, if you're lucky, people will let you go if you cut them off or look at them some kind of weird way. But it's that inner rage where, we're still primitive deep inside. So people are out to get other people, and it's unfortunate, but it's reality. And this movie portrays that good. Like I said, I think in real life, at some point, the cops would have intervened a little bit more. But Rachel does great defending herself, and eventually gets the upper hand, and wins the day. While pretty much almost her family would have been decimated, and her kids, but very lot of close calls in this. Like I said, Russell Crowe's character, the man, is a force to be reckoned with, and the guy has nothing to lose, really, because that's what I got out of it, and he portrays that really well. And this lady is and the sad part is, all she did was just tell him to get out of the way, really. But think about it, people hold grudges more so than today, like even more so today, because they're just unhinged. I guess it's in the title. I don't have an explanation on why people are more agitated. Whether it be being locked in because of the pandemic and whatnot. But yeah, totally believable scenario. I'm not sure the same outcome, but for movie's sake, I think it played well. I really don't have a problem with it. I think it was great. It utilized everything in the running time, and it just had a great cast. I think everyone did their job, especially Russell Crowe. Later in it, he might not capitalize on the roles he had in the past, but he's still a good lead actor, and this movie did its good. It's like Christian Bale when he did American Psycho. I mean, sure, he's probably not going to be remembered for that, but he did it. He made it work, and it turned out to be really good. It's like a cult classic. Look, he did Batman. So Russell Crowe is just going reverse. He's playing characters he probably wanted to explore, but because he was so good of an actor, they made him play, Gladiator, and other great, fantastic movies. But there you go. That's my little review for Unhinged. I definitely recommend it. If you get a chance, like I said, I think it's still on Prime. And it's been out. So, anywhere you stream, really, do it. It's a fun ride, put it that way. Alright, guys. That's all I got to say about Unhinged. Thanks for listening. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Alright. Peace.